Hi to everyone, welcome back to another video session on the part 2 of economics, that is an introduction to macroeconomics. See, as you people know in the last videos, even in the synopsis of microeconomics, economics is classified under two broad branches. So first one is called microeconomics and next one is called macroeconomics. See, for a long time, all the problems of a country, all the issues which are related to the development of the country, are directly or indirectly somehow everyone used to get an answers from microeconomics and a number of laws which have been framed under microeconomics. But due to one or another reason, there is an emergence of macroeconomics has occurred, and that the thing we're going to discuss in detail in today's session. Okay, so welcome back to a video on an introduction to the macroeconomics. Already you might have heard about the word called macroeconomics. So macroeconomics is a second branch of economics which deals with the aggregate issues, like aggregates of all economical variables, like entire households, okay, entire industrial sector, like primary sector, or any kind of macro issues which directly or indirectly helpful for the development of a country. In general, we can say that macroeconomics is one which studies entire performance of the economy, overall performance of the country, like GDP, like entire foreign trade, then unemployment or employment rates and price level changes likewise. So in general, we can say that macroeconomics is one which states about overall performance of the country in general. But the reason behind of today's session is about when everything can be calculated, can be analyzed through the microeconomics, then what is the necessity of understanding by the another branch of economics, and that is called macroeconomics. For that, we need to understand two things of today's discussion. Then that is called first one, laissez-faire policy, and Great Depression. But before that, you need to go by some history now. Whatever we have seen, this pandemic situation where the trade activities have been shut down, where every economic activity and non-economic activity has been shut down, in the same situation has been arised when you go back to history, you will find the Great Depression of 1929. And that the Great Depression is also called as a great fall of economies of the world. Okay, then another point is because of failure of laissez-faire policy. So better understand the word called laissez-faire. The term laissez-faire stands leave us alone. Leave us alone. So leave us alone as such. Whatever the economical functions are there of a country, like production, consumption, distribution, exchange of goods and services and all, in all these activities, government intervention must be minimized. Or we can say that there is no government intervention in the activities of countries are concerned. It means any of the factory, any of the company, any of the producer, any of the firm, they can produce whatever the quantity of goods according to their requirement. Then there is no limit in the connection with the demand as well as supply is concerned. It means when there is no place for a government, even there is no place for controlling the rods of what to produce and how to produce and how much to produce and all. So in such case, every firm started to get produced without understanding the demand in the market, and they have dumped all the goods into the market for a particular price. And n number of goods are there where the nature of one good is different from one to another. Some goods will come under the luxury goods, some goods will come under the basic necessaries. Okay, some goods may be used once or twice in a lifetime. Some goods may be used daily. Okay, it depends upon the nature of the goods. But every kind of a good, every type of a commodity has been produced at mass level without understanding the demand for the good, and they are dumped into the market. Because of every product which have been sold, it can be, means every product which have been produced which can be sold without understanding the demand criteria of that product. It means then there is no government intervention in production activity. So as and when a producer wants to produce whatever the quantity or whatever the number he can produce, he can dump into the market, the goods are going to be sold off. Then it's all about the policy stance, laissez-faire policy. But when the time comes to the 1929, the concept has been completely got reversed, because some of the goods may be purchased either once or twice in a year, like refrigerators or like a car. Okay, some of the luxury goods and all, people generally they're not going to buy daily like vegetables are concerned. They may used to buy and different means once or twice in their lifetime. But when the goods have been produced in the market without understanding a demand for a product, then that will be known as a zero demand overproduction, zero demand oversupply. Then that leads to imbalance in the market. Then there is no place for any of equilibrium between the demand and supply of the commodity. When the time comes to the 1929, every stock which have been supplied in the market is getting piling up. It's getting increase and increasing than the actual limit, because producers they didn't understand what will be the macro effect on the entire economy. Every producer started to get produced at a huge quantity and they have dumped into the market. When there is no price for a commodity, then every day stock getting piled and piling up every day. It's getting increase and increase. Stock got increase in such a level where people are not able to afford those goods. When the goods have been supplied, when the people don't want to buy, then moreoverly prices will come down. And prices they have come down in such a level, even if they provide for the free of cost, no one is ready to buy those goods. It means that then there is an absence of one sector in the market, then that is a production sector. When the goods have been produced by the producers which have been marketed, and when it is not sold, then at the same time the prices will get down. When the prices will get down, then the sales will get down. When sales will get down, then the profits will get down. When our profits will get down, then firms will shut down. In such case, the things will happen day by day. Then at that time, when it comes to the 1929, it has been recorded in the history of all the economy of the countries that unemployment rate has been increased because of losses or continuous loss of all the firms, all the factory, all the company, all the production unit and all. The percentage of unemployment has been raised from 3% to 25%. More than 1.5 to 2 crore of people they got unemployed. From 1929 to 1933, there is such a shutdown in almost all countries. Not less than 8 to 9 countries have faced the same pandemic situation. What you people were suffering, and we people have suffered in the month of March, April and all. Everything got shut down, everything, there is no place for school, college and all. So likewise, the process has been occurred from 1929 to up to 1939. So you cannot imagine that kind of a lockdown has been happened, that kind of a pandemic situation has been happened for 10 years, and we are still worried about the 3 months or 4 months from last year of this year concerned. But the same situation already the people have suffered from 1929 to 1939. Then that the great fall of all the economies is also known as the Great Depression of the time. And this is all because of the laissez-faire policy. This is the laissez-faire policy which stated that leave us alone. It means all the economical activities must be let out free from the government intervention. Everything, anything, whatever you can produce, you can market. Okay, likewise they have everyone started to get produced, but on fine day, everything got collapsed. Even stock market has collapsed, prices has come down, then there is unemployment has been increased, then GDP has decreased. Everything has mass level, the things get a downturn. And then the question has been put forth for the microeconomist. So how do you solve the problems? Again, they went back to the problems called what to produce, how to produce, and whom to produce, and basic problems of the country. At that time, microeconomics is not able to give the answer, because in experiment, whatever the things you have been made as in sample study, that cannot give at the macro study or in a mass study. For that, even most of the microeconomists who failed to give answer for the problems of what, how and for whom to produce and all, then they have approached another economist and name called John Maynard Keynes. John Maynard Keynes. So he is a person which we can call him as the legend or a pioneer of macroeconomics. He introduced one concept, he introduced one thesis named called a general theory of employment, money and interest in the year of 1936. In that he has propounded n number of theories. If you want to truly develop your country, if you wanted to develop your country, then follow my thesis. In that case, so every country started to get adopting of the thesis and the concept which have been highlighted by John Maynard Keynes. Then meantime, then there is an emergence has been occurred for the overall development of the country. Now understanding the economy in a different way, then that's all about macroeconomics. Knowingly or unknowingly, some forces will be there which controls our economy, then that is called aggregate demand and aggregate supply, aggregate levels of price level changes. So these aggregate factors are like invisible forces of the country which controls directly or indirectly, same as in case of a pandemic situation. Okay, so when pandemic occurred, after that we can observe the GDP, it has been downturned for the negative of 23.19%. What does it mean? It means every common person's money is counted in the GDP, then how it is counted, how it is paid, how it is accounted, everything one can easily understand. It means macroeconomics has given for the solutions of two things. One is about the problem which has been occurred due to the failure of laissez-faire policy, and the problems when Western countries have suffered about some 10 years, more than say 8 to 9 means 10 years they have suffered price fall, even the same GDP problem, then unemployment problem, poverty problem, starvation, hunger, migration, a number of problems they have suffered. And fine day they got a solution when they went to the second world war, that is called 1939. They again come back to the first year and they have come up with all the problems. I hope you people can understand this theory. So once again we'll have a discussion with the same concept of Great Depression by the next video, and hope you people got understood. And if there is any doubt, you can go to the description button and you can have a doubts clarification from it. Thank you.